Hi guys, so today I'm going to try out the new Anna Griffin Auto Ship, and we'll talk about what Auto Ship means in just a second, because I do get a lot of questions about that. The 3D Rococo Concentric Frame Dies. I did pick these up through HSN, and they're open because we hauled them right when they came in, and I just, I want to get to it. So the Baroque ones, I always say they're right here, and then I can never find them, but they are here. Oh, here they are, see? Alright. Is the initial order, right? And then the auto ship came after it. So if they become available for whatever reason by the time, I film this and get it up, because I'm trying to stockpile some videos so I can go on vacation with the kids, right? Birthdays and birthday parties and all that kind of stuff for a few days. Those links will be, affiliate links means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. I know I'm going to use, well, I don't know, I want to use some of the papers that I just picked up from the Crop at Home 2 box that I had just picked up through Anna Griffin. I'm assuming they still have it. If it's not sold out, they're selling it for like $2.50. So the Crop at Home event part was like the other $2.50, I guess. So right now that's what it is. They do have individual items on HSN, so I'll link those. But I want to use those papers because I thought, why not? Especially that deep burgundy one. I forgot the name of this set, but we'll try it out. That was geared towards scrapbooking. I don't know if the, sentiments will work for today, but we'll see. And so this was the initial one. You signed up for this, and if you sign up for the auto ship, this is the one you're going to get in June, and then I think there's another every 2 months. The last two are really awesome, so I'm really excited to get them. I mean, they're all awesome. But again, that was the initial one. So sometimes HSN will bring some back that, they had overstock of or whatever it is. And a lot of times the Anna Griffin, it happens pretty quickly, so we'll see. But it has 4 or 5 dies. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So this outer one, this is its own. Well, I'll say frame. I don't know that right now. Let's see. It looks like it stays in. So no, this is not a frame. It's more of a matte layer. So it doesn't cut an edge here. And the reason I was just kind of questioning that is because of these lines, but obviously it doesn't cut this. So I could have known that. But really pretty. Again, cut and embossed. They're called 3D. Just because they'll give you some impression and some other stuff to go along with that. Some more dimension, texture. Here we have this die here, and it's again just like a shape she does kind of often. So this is the Rococo look. Supposedly this other one was Baroque, and then we go from there. But this one does, obviously this background layer, and then this guy is like a pretty one. And this one was also hard for me to tell if it cuts this centerpiece, but it does not, because it does have a solid line, but it's just like an impression line. So you're definitely going to want to run these through some way that if you have a rubber mat or however you do your embossing to do that. And if some people with their Anna Griffin Impress type machines, they like to cut into the magnetic mat, which I did I think once just to show that's kind of what she talks about, and I do not like what it did to my mat, so I'm never going to do that again. But other people like it, so, whatever you like. And then this center one, it's interesting because it cuts this little area on the inside right here, but then leaves like these little rings, and then again they have that texture, and I think it makes a little hole in the center. Well, it might not make a hole in the center. It's hard to tell sometimes when it's a line for embossing or an actual cut line, but that looks like it's embossing. So we have a few layers, and of course we, check out the inspo. Obviously the background of the card itself isn't going to show too much, but you do want something there. She's using like some card bases or, pretty papers already. And then going from there, right? Layering it up. Yeah, there's not any information. I had mentioned it before, and people will say, oh, it's down in the corner, maybe you missed it. Like, I know this is here, but this doesn't really actually tell you anything, okay, other than how to use the Empress to cut these dies. And she always has these pictures. It's generic. It's not specific to this. I mean, that's a picture, obviously, of this die, but everything that's written here is just generic to any of her dies. So that's not info. Well, not info I need. Alright, so let me open up that paper pack, like I said, and I'll let you know what it is called. We'll see about a card base. I don't know if I'm just going to cut paper down from that or, a layer for this background piece. We'll see. But let me grab that. I'll be right back. Pack. I was thinking about using the Paisley. Now, if you get these on HSN, I don't know if they come in this plastic packaging or not, but either way, it's a paper pack. It's pretty much the same things you see here. And like I was saying, I don't know if the sentiments that are in here go with what we're doing, because these are basically sentiments for like scrapbooking pages. But, maybe I'll find another one in my stash, or maybe some of these might work. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, what I want to do is look at these papers, and I also have flowers and things that coordinate, you know, little swirls and stuff like that. There's strips, which apparently are stickers, these border strips, so that's cool. I don't think I'm going to use them today, but that's that. And then we have this that's in that box called the swag kit, but it has more flourishes, you know, more like toppers, papers that might, you know, coordinate, well, hopefully you can coordinate back to everything, so I might use that. I'm just thinking about what I want to do as far as a card base, because we can definitely cut one of these into a card base, but we have to find the right thing. Ooh, okay. Well, see, and that's the thing, so the inside, oh my gosh. I mean, this is the kind of thing I'm looking for, but then the inside has this, which again, we can put in the inside a, like a tag, kind of like that topper piece, something so you can actually write something. That'd be nice. Or I can just cut this up and put it on a regular card base. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut down with some cream colored cardstock just to make it creamy instead of just stark white in the background. Ooh, black would be nice too, huh? So what I'm going to do is cut this down to, let's see, we just work with 5x7s, huh? Let's do 4 7/8 by 6 7/8, just so it gets a little bit of an edge and we can still see some of this paper. And then I'm going to cut down a cream colored cardstock, which means I need to cut an A2 size paper. You know, it's 8.5 by 11. I'm going to cut it 7 inches on the 8.5 inch side, and on the 11 inch side we'll cut it at 10. So when we score it, it's 5 by 7, right? I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I don't know why I've taken to just working on top of things that are already just under here, but that's what I've been doing, and here we are. Okay. Oh, let's bring out our cute little scoreboard. Hopefully I don't break my nails. All right. So again, 7 by 10, and I'm just going to score this at 5 inches. This is some heavyweight cardstock, I think from Hobby Lobby, possibly. I'm trying to think the last time where I went, because I know they have the same stuff at Michael's. Just get the heavyweight one, the one that says 110 pounds, or extra heavyweight, should I say, because I think Hobby Lobby has one that's called heavyweight that's still lighter than the 110 pounds. And here we go. So, that's good. And then, oh, I should pop that in there. Probably off camera. I don't know how loud that was going to be. I'm gonna have an avalanche of stuff for you guys, I'm telling you. Okay, I cut this down, and I kind of messed with it a little bit, because if I had just cut it the way the paper was, it'd have like this half of a design here, and this side would have been like here. And even though it doesn't matter that much, you're not going to see much of it, you are going to see the edges a little bit. So I cut the paper in a way that I could then select to cut like in here. Even though it's still a little bit off, it's not as off as it was going to be, right? Because it was going to be like right here. So with a little, or whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to show you kind of what it was going to be. So I selected the paper that I wanted, the area of the paper that I wanted, so it looked better. Other than that, the design's pretty free-flowing. I mean, if you want to cut it this way, I guess you could do that direction, but I went up and down with whatever's going on here. And as I'm looking at this, you know, the backside is beautiful, and it is foiled, and it's such a bummer that we're going to cover a lot of that. I was like, you know what, I don't know that I really want to do a background piece or not. I was thinking about cutting it from this, and then this red would layer on this too, which would be really dramatic, but it's a lot going on. And for me, you know me, I'd rather do not a lot going on. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this one from gold paper, which I was going to do anyway. I can get it from the swag kit, but I'm just going, I have this piece of paper already here that I used before. So I'm going to run this through. Now, I'm going to cut it down a little bit, because I am going to tape it and make sure it doesn't move too much, because I'm going to use my Platinum 6, although this can go through probably quite a few different machines. It's not the biggest thing. It's like 4 1/4 in the biggest area, and by like 6 1/4. But either way, I'm going to put this on here. And I like to put quite a bit of tape, because what happens is when I go to emboss it, I don't want it to move too much. So like I'll just put that on there, and I usually put it in areas that are touching, you know, the paper and the die, but like not in here. I don't want this to get messed up with tape, even though this tape doesn't really do markings, but you never know, so I always just try to be safe with it. So I'm going to run this through my machine. Again, that means running it through, and then running it through again with the rubber embossing mat and whatever sandwich that needs to be. But I'll be right back. Whew. That was a tight one. Look at that. Let's see if we should do it this way. Yeah, that way we can see that background paper pretty good, pretty well. So for this one, I think what I'll do is I will go ahead and cut this from some of the red paper, and I had a little piece because, like I said, I kept having to cut. So I'll cut it from like this piece. I'm trying to see if it's like this and it'll look like that. Like, you kind of had to think about how you want to position it already. So I suppose like this, huh? So I will tape that down and run that through. And I don't know what I want to do with the next piece. So let's see here. Funny enough, I had just picked up her impression set again. The impression size, the original set. And they do have a shape like this too in there. But either way. Okay, so I'll run that through. That'll be pretty in red. We definitely have to do something with this. Now, I don't know what. Let me look through the swag. You know what I might do? That might be a lot, but I'm going to use the Tonic Studios. I was trying to think of the name of the paper. I think it's Opera Red. We'll see which one, but I'm going to run it through this, and it's going to look really good. I'll be right back. I'm going to start layering things. So this time, these are really, I don't know. Sometimes I'll get die sets from Anna that are a little tighter, a little harder to work with, and sometimes they'll just be like, you know, whatever. And then sometimes, you know, some of her embossing folders will just tear up your paper, and sometimes they're fine. These seem very tight, but and I even used 2 different machines just to see if it was like the machine, but no. So maybe it is the machines, both of them, who knows. But next time I should use a universal plate, and then I'll go from there. But for right now, I'm trying to use the glues that I have. You know, it's pretty cool though in that Crop at Home kit. I think there's dies that are big enough to make really nice 5x7 mats. But, you know, I just cut this straight. But if you like a little more, you can do something with like a little fancy cut. And this guy I'm going to stick down straight. So you can see it really wanted to eat up that paper. It's crazy. So I'm going to hold this down because I really want it to stay down. So all those areas, and I'm not putting too much because we talked about when you use something really wet like this, glue is pretty wet. Sometimes it'll warp your papers. I'm just going to put a little glue there, something up there. And I'm just going to glue that down. I'm going to hold it down. And I'm going to glue these 2 guys together and hold them down, and then I'll probably pop it up from there. And this is actually a color that I haven't used in a long time. It's called Scarlet Organza. And it's a matte metallic. Even though it says mirror card on there, it's kind of matte. That's really pretty. A little bit brighter than the paper I'm going to put it on, but it's kind of more matching some of the other red shades that are in here. So I'll glue those 2 together, and then we'll pop them up on top, okay? But I'll be right back. Keeping things on these guys to keep them flat. I'm going to go through this and see if I can find a sentiment that works, that's, you know, the colorway and that makes sense. Just because this is just a whole bunch of sentiments, might as well. It's kind of interesting because there's like many thanks, but then there's like joy to the world. So this just has a bunch of stuff in here with a grateful heart. Like these reds would be pretty, but it says 'tis the season. Not sure we're doing that. So let me dig through here and see what might work, and then we'll start building up a card. So let's see what we got here. Again, it's just because when it die cut, it wanted to be kind of froofy. I know a lot of times people say once it gets like that, like if you run something through an embossing folder, it doesn't go back. It will. You just gotta work with it and keep it flat. So, oh, this is kind of what I was telling you guys as far as like when you use a wet glue. See, you can see that dot. It'll start fading away, but not as much as if it wasn't there to begin with. You know what I'm saying? You really just don't want to do it. So these are definitely going to be up on dimensionals, and let me grab some. But I wanted to get the flowers from here, from the paper pack, and these other guys. And I guess we're going to do many thanks. That's the only one that makes the most sense. The rest of them are very Christmassy in that set. I guess it is mostly Christmas, and then Happy Birthday, which is interesting. So I'll bring these out. I have this exact same flower set from a long time ago. But, you know, we can kind of check it out and see what we want to put. I don't know if this is a newer set where she has the left and rights, right? So you can see all these. Oh, here we go. Nope. Yep. We do. So this is the opposite one. Like if you want to put it down here, it echoes the one up top, you know? Which I would love to do. I don't know if that's the one I'm going with because, you know, who knows. But for right now, I'm just kind of... That's the best size, I think, because these are very straight. Unless you put them, oh, and left and right, like here and here, which is not what I was thinking about. kind of ended up covering a lot of it that way. So let's just go ahead and put them back over here. So I'm going to mess around a little bit. This is always the part that takes the most time, really. See if that's the best group of flowers for this occasion. And then we'll start doing some stuff. Yeah, I just feel like this is it, huh? Has the purple, you know, from the background paper, the blue, the red. A little bit up like that. And then we need something. So yeah, let me just dig around in here, see what we got, and then we'll put it together. Obviously this is too bare, we need something in there. We do have that last dye that supposedly goes in there. I just don't know what color I want to cut it out in, so I'm not going to use it. Okay, I'll be back. So for me, you already know this looks entirely too busy, but it might work. Let's bring this down here. Okay. Yes, the red is very red. Alright. I don't remember if these are stickers or what. It looks like this one probably is, but what I'm going to do is just bend it like this. And I know this is weird. I haven't stuck anything else down. Actually, let's get this going. It's going to be something like this. I'll put dimensionals on the back of that in just a minute, but let's get these guys down. And then we'll go from there. So I just, you know, the banner that I picked is very much just gold. Doesn't have like any other accents of color, so it's hard for me to bring in the gold accents because it's just like gold on gold and gold, you know. But I thought we could do something kind of fun. I'm not going to push that down yet. I'm just placing it there. This guy up here somewhere. Okay, I guess he's going to be flat too. We're going to pop that up. Let's see here. Hold on. And if that's there, and this little guy can be here with a little bit of zhuzh on his little wings. There, okay. And then we'll stick this down. So, I gotta deal with these guys. And again, these are stickers too, so let's just get them peeled. Totally different kind of colorway, kind of feel than I normally work with, so it's very interesting. Oh, okay. And again, I'm not gonna push that down until I'm happy with what's going on here. And also, you know, I didn't try out is to see how it looks going away. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting the flowers coming in, but going out is a different look. Oh my goodness, come on people. There we go. There we go. And so, okay, let's pretend that this is like, oh, you know what? No. I was just kind of mirroring what was going on, but that didn't look that great. So let's put that there, and let's pretend this is going to be popped up right here. I feel like that's going to be okay, I think. Or should we bring them out a little bit more? Sorry, maybe a little more this way. I guess that's part of the thing, because I have them both coming in. The stems are both down here. Oh, nope, not off the card. Let's go this way a little bit. Okay. Sorry, that was kind of bugged me, and I know why. I can't have the stems coming both ways. So what if we had this guy here, and I still have the sticky on this one because it's new, and I put it there. I don't know why, it just bugged me to have the stems exactly the same, you know? Let's see if we can bring them down a little bit to hide them if we were up here. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so let's turn it a little more this way and turn this a little more in. Let's check that out again. It shouldn't take this long, guys. I know, okay, so I'll take the back off that. I'm going to stick that down, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on this. And then I don't know what I'll do with this guy. I'll try to put the backing back on it, I guess. Oh my goodness, you guys. This card gave me a little, feel a little hot. All right, there we go. It's just a lot going on with the patterns, so it's hard for me to, like, envision anything. Okay. Let's put this guy here. And you know, we talked about the direction of the paper, the underneath one. Obviously, if you put this one on top, you don't even see it, so it doesn't really matter that much. But if you're just using that outer paper, you kind of want to think about the direction that you're putting it down in, right? So that's still good info. Something to think about as you're putting your stuff together. This guy can get up like that. And then we have our little many thanks right here. And I feel like it probably needs to be popped up too, huh? So let's put some dimensionals on that. I was just going to stick it down, but it needs a little something. My goodness. Alright, there it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, I'll link whatever is pertinent and available in the description box. I will put this right here so it looks like it's coming from like that center area, I suppose. And that is centered even though it looks like it's more that way. It's just that, you know, this other stuff is being covered up. So there it is. Card with lots going on. Look at that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will see you guys at the next one. Bye now.